Hey guys, it's Lynx here with Brutal Lynx, and like I said, this wasn't going to be your morning commute. We're not in my car, but here's the other video that I promised you guys. If you guys saw the previous video, that was the 10 things that I am not here for, a 2014 recap. Well, now I'm going to do the bonus, as I promised, the 5 things I was totally here for in 2014. These were not like big news items or anything like that. These were just little things that I came across that, you know what, I'm here for it. So let's get this shit started and see where it goes. Number 5, YouTubers. This year, or this past year, has seen an uptick in some great YouTube content. Everything from my wanting to learn new techniques in programming, right on down to social justice type bloggers. And this year has just been amazing in terms of YouTube content, gaming related content, educational content. It's just been a blast. YouTube has, you know, in the past and still has some shit with them. They still got some stuff going on, but the actual content creation, the actual content creators, the amount of imagination that I'm starting to see on YouTube. I mean, I don't claim to be some big YouTube blogger. I just create content every now and then. I am a huge YouTube consumer of information and content. I watch it all. If I discover a channel, a new channel, an old channel, I will watch every goddamn video in it. I'll comment on a video that's 2 years old. I don't give a fuck. If I see it and I like it, I'm all about it. I will hit that subscribe button. So yeah, 2014 seems to be, the year of the YouTuber and of, that dissemination of information. It's in such abundance and it's all right here. There's no need to be ignorant. There's no excuse any longer. People like to think of ignorant as a negative when the reality is ignorant just means you don't know. That's all it means. It doesn't mean you're stupid. It means you don't know. You only become stupid if you willfully remain ignorant. Then you're stupid. And in this day and age, with freedom of information, so much information, you don't have to be pigeonholed by one person's view. You can actually go and see the entire story and come to your own conclusion. You can actually get to see both sides of the story, which is not something that you were normally able to do with TV or even with cable and having access to satellite channels or whatever. The internet has made it so that information is just everywhere. There is no longer an excuse, people. There's no reason to be stupid any longer. There's no reason to be ignorant any longer. The information is out there. You just have to go and get it. And definitely been the year of the YouTuber. I'm totally here for it. I hope it continues. I hope you YouTubers keep, just keep giving me more content. Everything from, Angry Joe's show to Mike Preach Wow to Review Tech USA, that if you're into games and stuff like that, right on over to people like DaRevolutionaryWitDaTattoos, formerly known as the nigga with tattoos. He's very he's on some revolutionary shit. I don't agree with everything he's got to say, but the things that are important, we're here. The Young Turks, RT.com, if you want to get just news that isn't one-sided. It's just it's been an amazing year for YouTubers, and I'm totally here for it. Number 4, conscious bloggers. This year I've kind of been discovering, a lot of YouTube bloggers, a lot of paper bloggers, and a lot of just, website bloggers that are actually on some socially conscious shit. And it's great to see that people are not all plugged into the matrix, that we're not all blind to what's happening around us. We all can see that there is wool being pulled over our eyes, and we're starting to talk out about it. And the internet has made that possible, to see a problem and to be able to discuss that problem, to make it known. Like, someone might not have even thought about XYZ as a problem, and then all of a sudden, you're like, wow, I didn't even think about that, or I never even saw that before. That's fucking amazing. On my list of conscious bloggers, we have I know she's not going to want to be called a conscious blogger because she doesn't buy into that whole movement, But I mean, we're looking at people like Lovely T, right? She does a lot of entertainment stuff, but she also does a lot of news coverage. You know, she rants so we don't have to. You know, that's kind of her tagline there on her YouTube channel. Check her out. That's at Lovely T 2002 and at Lovely T 2013. You can also find she's on Twitter. You know, I watch her shit, and when she's talking about stuff that's happening on the news, that is social consciousness, and she's being very real with people about social consciousness. Much like with everybody and much like with everything, I don't agree with everything. I don't have to agree with everything. You know, if we all agreed, that would just be boring. But she's on some real shit. Check her out. There's also CJ's View. If you check him out, I just found his channel. He's also on some social conscious type stuff. A lot of, you know, black conscious type stuff, which I'm all here for. People might be like, oh, but look at you. Yeah, I know. And people might be like, oh, but look at who you're with. Yeah, I know. But guess what? No matter who I'm with, doesn't mean I'm blind, doesn't mean I'm any less black. So I'm all here for my people, and I'm hoping that my people are out there for me. And, you know, when you see these, you know, these YouTubers out there like the nigga with tattoos, who's now known as the Revolutionary with Tattoos. I'm even going to mention, some people who got beef, and I don't care if they got beef. Tommy Sotomayor, I don't agree with his approach 100%. I don't agree with his approach 100%, but I understand his approach. He's a shock jock. Get it? His whole thing is to make you angry, is to make you mad. And he makes you angry and he makes you mad because it makes you think. All right? Like, if he says something, he gives out a description, and you get angry about that description, guess what that means? That means you fit that description. But it also means that you're thinking about it. Because if you weren't thinking about it, you wouldn't be getting angry about it. You wouldn't be thinking, oh, he's talking about me. But if he is talking about you, maybe there's something you need to do to get your shit right, to get yourself together. And that's just the way it is. You know, he's telling the truth. People want to sit there and say, oh, he's talking about all. Be logical, people. Use your logical mind here. A lot of people want to attack because they feel, you know, attacked, instead of actually stopping to think about what the man is saying. But, you know, not everybody's going to agree with that approach. I'm able to look past the approach to get the information. Because to me, the information is what's important. The information is always going to be what's important. I don't care what kind of information I'm looking for. I don't care if I'm looking on how to lay tile, how to change my, you know, clutch, how to do an oil change, or if I'm looking about how to help change my community. All information is going to be valuable to some degree. You need to be able to take what's useful, discard the rest. You have the Advice Show. Now, I know that he and Tommy Sotomayor are beefing. I don't give a fuck. I don't do beefs on social media. It's just stupid. So I watch everybody. And he has a different approach. He's pretty much saying the same shit. They're pretty much saying the same shit, just in different ways. It's kind of the Malcolm X and Martin Luther King of it all. I'm not saying that either one of them are on that level. I'm just talking about the type. In terms of, one believed in using peaceful means, the other believed in any means necessary. And that's what you really have. And these people are clashing. They're working towards the same goal, but they just don't like the way the other is doing it. Which, hey, c'est la vie, right? And then you have other people who I, don't so much watch or like anymore, because you get to see a side of them on social media that kind of goes against, some of their more real shit, such as Tariq Nasheed. Now, y'all know I'm gay, yes. Almost none of these guys have anything positive to say about us, but I'm not watching them to get a positive gay message. If I want a positive gay message, I got myself for that. I have the Big Boy Project for that. I have the Male Media Mind for that. I have a lot of other avenues to get my gay message. But when I'm looking for my black message, they do be on some real shit. They are on some real shit. They want to say, some people want to be like, oh, they hate women, but they talk about men too. It's like what Tommy calls boys simps and shit. You got the nigga with the tattoos calling people coons and shit. I mean, they're talking about dudes too. They're not just talking about women. They're talking about men as well. And you can't sit there and say, what about white women? These are black men talking to black people. Why are they going to address white people if they are black people talking to black people? Logic. But, yo, the conscious bloggers, I'm here for it. I love it. I love seeing that there are people out there openly questioning the system. Openly questioning the system. Not just accepting the status quo, not just being destructive, but are out there questioning the system, are out there threatening the matrix. And that is what it's about. That's what I'm here for. Conscious bloggers. Number 3. Wendy Williams getting dragged all over social media. So if y'all saw the last one, 10 Things I'm Not Here For, y'all saw that the Aaliyah biopic, I'm not here for it. And Wendell got dragged. And this is actually how I found Lovely T's channel and found some of the other shit, like, hashtags. This goes right into hashtag Lifetime Be Like, because those memes were off the hook. The hashtag is still live today. You can go on Twitter, type in hashtag Lifetime Be Like, and you can see all the funny ass memes. If you look at Aaliyah talks to Wendy Williams, I got my life. I got my life on that shit. I mean, the line of the whole thing, it's going to take 2 miracles, a phenomenon, and the blood of Jesus before you get yourself anywhere near another project with my name on it. I died. Lovely T went in. Everybody went in. It was all over social media. And then Wendy Williams had the balls to get on TV that very next morning and be all like, well, I don't care if you liked it or not. You watched. And the ratings on, cable TV movies were number 2. Bitch, cable TV movies? Y'all got beat by flowers in the fucking attic, first off. Come on now, let's be real. That movie was a piece of shit, and everybody dragged your ass on. So you got dragged on the radio even, because you were disrespecting your fans. Wendell, you were disrespecting Aaliyah's fans. Wendell, you were disrespecting the black community. Wendell, you were disrespecting the music industry. She was the darling of the music industry. She was able to get past the whole R. Kelly thing, but most of us don't even give a shit about the R. Kelly thing. The R. Kelly thing was so far in the past in her career that it didn't even matter. She was on the up and up. She was coming real hard for everybody, and all you could talk about was her and R. Kelly. You couldn't give us any original Aaliyah music. You couldn't give us any Aaliyah vocals. You couldn't get us any information from her family. And you got dragged hard. I mean, you know what? All I saw was little pieces of blonde wig and weave and coke sprinkled all over the place. You got dragged so hard. And I was here for it. I got my life watching. When I'm sitting there reading these tweets and memes, like, it was that fucking funny. It was that good. I didn't have time to make tea. Wendy getting dragged. Loved it. To this day, I still look for videos of her getting dragged whenever I'm having a bad day. Number two. There was this hashtag that got spawned around the time, at the time of the lack of indictment for these police officers, called hashtag criming while white. If white people ever doubted that there was racial disparity in the application of the law here in America, please get a Twitter account. Go to twitter.com, and I want you to compare hashtag criming while white and then hashtag alive while black. So hashtag criming while white was a hashtag that got started, and it was basically white people not being racist. Okay, these were white people that were telling their genuine stories about times when they should have been arrested, or the crimes that they did and got caught doing and nothing happened, and the results of which. And it was eye-opening. It was shocking. I mean, it had my mouth just, I was like, what the fuck? Like, there were people recounting, getting stopped while, under the influence of alcohol, and actually as college students, and having the cops follow them back to the place, to their dorm to make sure they got to the dorm okay. What the fuck? Are you kidding me? There were people who have pushed cops, and one guy admitted to a cop that he was like, oh, I'm just sitting here smoking weed, and the cop let him go. Did not say anything. Dudes drinking on the street, cops telling them to just cover the beer? Are you kidding me? People getting caught shoplifting and being let go. And, they were just look it up. Hashtag criming while white. And then, of course, this spawned a response. And the response was hashtag Alive While Black. And Alive While Black was basically black people's recounts of the minor things that people do every day and never get in trouble for, that they get in trouble for. Or perceptions that they got in trouble for. There were people that were talking about, I got stuck on the side of the road and I tried to hail a cop, and the cop accused me of stealing my own car. Or people say, or things like I got stopped by a cop and everything was fine until he saw my last name. Because, the person was half white or something, and the cop saw the last name was Hispanic, or the cop saw the last name was Arab, and, was just like, went off on them, and all of a sudden turned from being this nice cop to being an asshole. I even shared my own story of being, alive while black. A couple of them even, in which, one of which, I got stopped by a cop who, was looking for a white dude, but kept me there for God knows how long, because, my last name was the same, and then comes out, and when he realizes it, and he goes, oh, we're looking for a white dude, tells me, he tells me that my name doesn't sound right, and accuses me of using fake ID, because my name didn't sound right. Yeah. Right. So, that's that. But hashtag criming while white and hashtag alive while black, if you look at it and compare the two, it was eye-opening to see the world through a white person's eyes in terms of their experiences and how different those experiences really are. It's crazy. So yeah. And number one, social media memes. This has been the year of the memes. I cannot deal. There have been so many memes. Everything from, what's his name? Solange and Jay-Z memes using Ken and Chun-Li, or using Orlando Jones and Solange, saying that Solange, it really wasn't Solange, it was Orlando Jones. That shit was fun. And then Orlando Jones were replying, talking about something, y'all wrong. It wasn't me. I didn't attack Hova. There was just so many of them this year. All of the Aaliyah memes, regarding the Aaliyah movie. There was of course, all the Wendy Williams memes. They were just everywhere, and it was hilarious. I couldn't help but just die. There were also Iggy Azalea memes, T.I. when T.I. and fucking Floyd Mayweather were going in on each other. Not that Floyd, right, not that Floyd could, I'm not going to go there, okay. Poor Floyd, that's all I'm going to say is poor Floyd. Then you got Snoop Dogg memes, especially when he was going in on Iggy Azalea. You got all the Tiny memes because she looked like a blue-nosed pit. I mean, I got my life on social media. Like, I think 2014 for me, in terms of everything that I'm here for, it has been social media. I just can't deal. So that's it. That's the 5 things that I was here for in 2014. It's kind of sad that everything that I'm here for in 2014 has been online, mostly because my life has just been busy. Real life has just been... I haven't had time to do anything outside of, program and life. I got married. It's crazy. So, yeah, hopefully 2015 will give me a little more time to stop and, smell the roses and enjoy life a little bit more and give, some actual physical, tangible reasons to be here. And I do have one honorable mention for things that I am here for that is tangible, and that's Loot Crate. Loot Crate would have made the list, but if y'all don't know about Loot Crate, lootcrate.com. $20 a month, you get a crate of just fuckery. I love it. You get all kinds of stuff, like things that I would never actually buy for myself. I would never buy this for myself, but I always love these little pop vinyl chibi things, and you get those in there. I just dropped them. You got all sorts of crazy shit that comes in. This one's one of my favorites. Little Mega Man helmet. But Loot Crate, that was a very close one for things that I'm here for. It's actually the best $20 a month I've spent so far. You get t-shirts. You get about $30 to $50 worth of crap for $20. And, if you're into games, you're into geeky stuff, that's a good honorable mention. So lootcrate.com, y'all can check them out. And also don't forget to check out the other bloggers that I spoke about. Lovely T 2002 and Lovely T 2013. DaRevolutionary with the tattoos, and that's DaRevolutionary with the tattoos. And CJ's View. Check them out. They're actually pretty hot shit. And of course, don't forget to rate, subscribe, comment, enjoy. This is the Big Boy Project. Here I am representing craziness outside of video games and everything else for you bitches. So subscribe, enjoy. You guys have a good one.